say I've started a few things with CMS that we never really expected we'd be getting started with. For example, CMS is now turned into basically a distribution company. We wanted to start distributing to gas stations, products, stuff like that from Alibaba, etc. You know, classic distribution and retail things. So we're going to put those masks that we ordered a lot of a while ago that you may or might not have heard about. I'm not even sure if I made a video on it, but we're going to put those masks up on Amazon. We also have another endeavor that was just presented to me last night on what is basically a conference call that I did with them, and they were talking about buying and selling things on OfferUp, and the only problem with that is they have not been tracking it at all. So I came up with a inventory sheet in order to manage it, and does simple math. You know, put in your cost, listing price, sold price, and it calculates the profit and what you estimated to be the profit. Now with CMS, the first thing they wanted to do on OfferUp, which was going to be really profitable, was, so they're basically weight bars that weigh 45 pounds, you know, the base 45-pound bar that you attach weights onto. And I was like, okay, what's the shipping going to be on these? Okay, $300 total for the shipping. For, you know how much he wants to order? I'll tell you how much he wants to order. Well, 40 of them. Actually, 45 or 40, which is going to come out to a total of $2,100. That's not a small cost for 3 teenagers and 1, Seabass being 21 now, considered being a young adult. That's not a absolutely, half my face isn't lit, but it's not a small cost for us to absorb. Now, if you sell them, which if we wanted to get them out of everywhere immediately and get them out of where we brought them, or now if we wanted to get them out of inventory as fast as possible and sell them at 120, this is where the sheet comes in handy. So cost in USD, the estimated profit per each is 70. So that's a quick $2,000 in profit. The thing is, it isn't quick because we got to get them sold on OfferUp, which is a rather manual process, but each one will net us a profit of $70, virtually eliminating the cost of gas, even if he's driving 10 or 15 miles each, which is going to get boring after a while. But if you have me doing it as well, then you have a pretty good distribution network. And at the same time, we are still thinking of starting a Bitcoin mining farm, but the price of graphics cards has just thrown me out of that idea for so long. Mainly because, you know, for example, my RX 570, 8GB from these like Fantex, $160 when I bought it. Now, well over $280 to buy new, and used is, depending. Some people are trying to sell them for $1,500, which I think is completely ridiculous. And more or less, I will keep you guys updated on what's going on with this, because this is just getting insane. You know, spending $2,100, and he says, and the thing is, the kicker with this, he wants us to put it all into the business at the end, which, I mean, this is a guy I trust, but okay, we each put in $700, and we don't get to see the profit. We don't get to see the $650 roughly worth in profit that we each get at all until when we reinvest it to something else. Because my take on it is the amount you put into the business is proportionally what you should earn. So if you put in $700, someone else puts in $300, the person that puts in $300 isn't going to get half the profit. Because I'm pretty sure in business and investing, it relatively works the same way. For example, if you buy a share, you get a percentage of what that company earns, and that share grows. So you shouldn't put in, oh, I'll put in $50. Oh, I need half the profit because there's only 2 people. No, don't work that way. But yeah, so we were working things out. I'm gonna meet with him this weekend. Today is Wednesday, I believe. It is Wednesday, my dudes, as everybody used to say a while back. But relatively speaking, it's just murky waters. But I'm working through it. We're working on how we're gonna do things, because I say this is rather insane. But we're also thinking about buying surgical masks, putting those on Amazon. Getting things to Amazon is a little bit of a hassle, but at the same time, I just need to get a UPC code, attach it to an item, well, assign it to an item just by saying, hey, this is it, this is this, this is that. But I think I bought like 50 UPC codes, which each of them can be used infinitely as much. But since because the reason I bought so many is because future products, not only that, there's a percentage you get off the more you buy from the UPC codes, and the fact that he was thinking about making like 1, 5, and 7, 1, 5, and 10 mask options packs, 1, 5, and 10 packs, which if you only have 360 in inventory, that's a lot to make. So 1 and 5 packs I think would be fine, because unless you want Amazon to package those things, you're gonna have to pay them in order to do that. You're gonna have to do it yourself if you don't want Amazon to do it. So that's where my opinion comes in of, no, dude, let's just sell them single, because that way, A, inventory is gonna last way longer. B, usually more profit that way, and we aren't gonna run out of inventory as fast. So there that is. And with the YouTube channel with them, they're supposed to be, I bet they didn't record that trick shot video in-house too, or that they said they were going to record. You know, there's so much stuff going on with him. I'm having to block out my time hour by hour instead of, hey, this is what I have to do for the day. Hour by hour, I have to block out what I need to do, because I'm also doing school, because I didn't do so good on the first, because I was doing, 42 to 48 hours of work a week and going to Renton for training, which from my house is around 30 miles. And I hydroplaned the first time. At least I didn't destroy the car that we just purchased it and fixed up. A sub, which, hey, it did very well. I love the thing to death. But with all this said, I'm in for the ride of my life. If we choose to go for those bars, getting those things to Amazon, because we also need to say made in China. Some department of the government requires it. Department of the US requires it. We just gotta assign things, because not only that, we use less UPC codes, there's less options, because think about it, somebody's gonna look at that mask listing and say, dude, that's stupid. Like 50 options for when you only have 366 in inventory. Like, come on. So I'm thinking, put them out there, and I think the boxed surgical masks, which are being sold currently, the black ones at least, for around $15 on Amazon. Completely ridiculous. But if we sell them for around 10, volume is going to go to us, and volume's on our side. We can make around $5 to $10 per sale, and that's pretty darn good, because we can actually get them for about $1.55 per. Now, if I had the balls, I would buy a bunch from our manufacturer and then sell them at like $7 or $9. But that means that possibly a lot of volume is going to go through us, and we need to take in the time it takes to restock, because in order to be efficient as efficient as possible, you need to go to the manufacturer. After you put in an order for the manufacturer for, say, I want 500 packs at 50. That's 25,000 roughly masks. I might be getting math wrong, but then you have to take into account how long it takes for them to supply that, and then you say, okay, here, you go into Amazon FBA, you go, okay, this, since it's only one color, I'm gonna put in 500. Then Amazon will give you little shipping labels to put on your boxes, and those boxes will then be shipped to different Amazon distribution facilities, because after all, they're the masters of logistics. Amazon is basically a logistics company at this point, as well as a fulfillment distributor, you know, all those things. But they have different places of where they want to send them. So you give those shipping labels to the manufacturer, and you have them ship them off for you. How lovely. How easy. And the thing is, I don't know how good the manufacturer is with those things. I don't know if he's willing to do them. I don't know anything of that sort. So, without further ado, not without further ado, I still got to get down to video scheduling, because I think with this, we're going to have a ton of content to talk about as far as my journey with investing as well, which so far has turned a profit of -$5. You know, I have like 15 shares in different ETFs as well as regular stocks. But ETFs are meant to hold for like 5 years to 10 years, so I'm not going to see much in the way of profit from those soon. But I must say that with Amazon FBA, it's going to be a long journey, and I think I'm going to either make weekly or bi-weekly videos. And the thing is, I run 2 other channels with this as well, so it's getting a little insane. But anyways, since I've taken around 15-20 minutes of your time already, actually no, it's probably around like 10 minutes, I am going to leave this, and I'm going to say goodbye for now until next week. And if you have anything suggesting video scheduling, then let me know. I'd be more than happy to for people to suggest, you know, a how-to on how to do fulfillment on Amazon FBA, so that when next time I order, I can go through the process with you guys, and that'd be nice. I'm sure that would boost my channel as well. So anyways, see you guys next week.